He's the GM of PGG Wrightson Real Estate, and once a month here on The Country, he tells you how much your farm's worth. Well, I'll tell you what, Peter Newbold, if you've got a sheep and beef property, it's certainly being punted along by the forestry guys at the moment. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Jamie. Yeah, look, definitely they've had a huge influence on that sector, value-wise and volumes. But I think the other thing too, which we need to bring into it, is that there's a number of what I'd call traditional farmers who have been wanting to purchase but have been cut out because of the forestry. So there's still a strong demand for sheep and beef. And then on top of that, you throw in what I call parties that haven't been involved in rural before, whether they're large entities or well-off individuals in the city who are wanting to get into rural as well. So there's a lot of buyers out there looking for properties, especially in the sheep and beef or runoff piece. So, look, I think it bodes well moving forward into this coming selling season.
Well, news out in the past day or so. Well, Fonterra this morning lifting its forecast milk price for the coming season. ASB's talking about $10, the first time ever. Is there a lot of interest in dairy farms at the moment?
Yeah, well, it's interesting. At the moment, as we know, traditionally it quietens off in the winter, and that's very evident at the moment. But we're doing a lot of, appraisals and having meetings with farmers and the like for bringing listings onto the market in the spring. I think it'll be interesting. I think subject to weather, I think we'll see a lot of activity early, but a large number of those are dairy. And I think, I've said often before, the last couple of years, people have banked those returns, and now those more traditional decision-making pieces come into play around succession, retirement, all those things. So I think we'll see more dairies come to the market, and I think we'll see more sales. I think the season looks good. The other piece, Jamie, which often we've talked about before, is you see some of those traditional rural areas like your Otagos, your King Countries, Heartland, New Zealand, where normally as the market lifts, they come in a bit later and they stay longer. So I think some of those areas like parts of Southland, Otago, Canterbury, King Country, etc., I think you'll see more activity in those regions this year as we move forward into the summer months.
We were talking to Dominic Jones of Origin Capital Partners on the show yesterday about kiwi fruit property syndicates in the Bay of Plenty and Gisborne region. Still pretty hot demand.
Oh, there is. I was speaking to our friend Stan the other day, and he's got a large number of properties coming to the market, along with others up there. And also you've got those in that wider Bay of Plenty area, for example, where people are looking at developing, not just kiwi, but other horticulture. So, yeah, there's still demand in that area, even though some of those per canopy hectare prices are pretty high.
They're eye-watering. Look, a final comment. We know that interest rates are starting to take the sting well and truly out of the housing market. Will they do the same for the rural property market?
Yeah, I don't think it will to the same extent. And the reason I say that is I just think the fundamentals of our rural marketplace at the moment are strong. The returns are good. Our product is in demand overseas. So, yeah, I don't see a real issue there. And also the other thing, too, from a financial perspective, over the last couple of years, the farmers have reduced a lot of their debt and are in a strong financial position. So, yeah, I don't see it having a big impact myself.
Hey, Peter Newbold, GM of PGG Wrightson Real Estate, always good to chat on The Country.